Hello everyone, welcome to the first edition of the Moist Tasman. What are we going to do today? We are in lovely Tasmania, at home in the shed, nothing special here going on. It's a bit messy, that's how it is. But we today are going to be building a greenhouse that we've ordered online to accommodate our lovely, lush, long backyard. And hopefully we can start growing some plants in it, and we'll keep you updated when we do that. But for the moment, I've got two big boxes just sitting over there. We're going to take a look at it, see what we got inside. Alright team, so we've got two boxes to go for this greenhouse, and we're going to have some fun opening them up in front of you. This is going to be fun. This is by far the biggest thing I've ever had to self-assemble. It's not going to come without its trials and tribulations. Like, I've done the regularly, you know, your IKEA furnitures and stuff before, but this is definitely a different kettle of fish. So this greenhouse, it's not a small one you get from Bunnings or Reject Shop, like one of those small plasticky ones. We wanted something that's going to be a bit sturdy, a bit stronger. So I picked up one that was a bit more size appropriate for the plot of land we're going to head over to. And measures about 2.5 meters by 3.5, 4 meters long. And we'll also have about 2.2 meters high at its peak. So we're going to try and check this out. And first things first, assembly guide. We love assembly guide. It's going to look like that, apparently, which is kind of cool. And is in English. That's brilliant. Ooh, some of these pictures are a bit sketchy. I'll show you a little bit more in a second. But it says build a base. Okay. Build some connecting blocks. Oh goodness, there's some crazy resizing on that. Build the front frame. Slot that in. Build the back frame. Slot that in. Build the roof grid. And then put your panels on. This is going to be a bit of work today. Maybe extend out to tomorrow. We'll see how we go. But here we go. I'll give you a bit more of a look. If you can get the page. So we got pictures like that. Not sure. We're going to have some fun with this, I think. Alright. Let's have a read about this and see if we can get our heads around it before we start actually pulling pieces out. As is always with self-assembled furniture, first things first, lay out the pieces and have a clear workspace. Today we don't have a clear workspace. So, it's just a bit of rubbish around the place, a bit of weed mat that decided to destroy itself. Take a look, just stuff like that everywhere. So, lay out the pieces as I just said. So we've got 1,000,000 metal aluminium bits. Oh, they've even got some stickers on them to tell me which number they are. That's even better. So I don't have to reference it on the instructions and try and figure it out myself, because that could be a little bit tricky considering I've got about 50 different pieces. And that's just not including the multiples of those pieces, but just 50 different types of piece structure. So, 27A. Alright, this is going to be great. So that's the sort of aluminium we're dealing with. That's the sort of width. That's two pieces there. But stuff we can drill into that's not plastic. We've chosen to go with the aluminium with the poly outside so that it wouldn't blow away. We've got a little bit of a breeze here in Devonport, but yeah, we decided to go with the aluminium because it is going to get that big and we don't want it to sort of destroy itself after a little short amount of time. Yeah, I guess I'm going to open this all up and lay it out and see all of our different pieces. How's that sound? Fun! It sounds fun and will make you moist. Alrighty team, as if by magic, we have it all laid out. Out of its box, well out of that box. This one's just got the panels in it, as far as I know. So we've got it laid out from 1 through to about 27. There's number 44 piece just on its own. Great. All the other ones just seem to be connected little plastic bits, which we'll have some fun with later. And a bag of bolts. So that's all very kindly, nicely labelled. But as I was looking at the plan guide before, number 6 and number 7 doesn't look like the right pictures. So that might be a mystery to solve later on. But in the meantime, it's just drizzled a little bit outside. But we'll take a look at where we're going to set up our site and go from there. But so far so good. But this is only the unboxing. So yeah, let's find out, hey? Alright team, welcome to site. We have 4 posts marked out for where we're going to have the corners of our greenhouse, theoretically. Yesterday I spent a bit of time digging out the mulch that was sitting on top of this weed mat. Underneath we've got some beautiful soil, but we've got to put the greenhouse somewhere, and we've got soil all around the place, so we're good for that. So yeah, that's the plan, is to put the base down in our square and work from there. Figure out what we're going to do for our flooring options. And yeah, just put this together. Hello birds. Got an abundance of birds around here, so they're going to be, oh, you might have even heard a bee just then. Plenty of nature, and we want to sort of help that process along in the end, but first things first, we've got to build a greenhouse so that we can build the plants, grow the plants, all those things. Righto, let's get in. So team, we're back after lunch. Had a bit of a change of plan. I've decided that it would be a shame if we decided to build this greenhouse. It's not level, and we find that it's, yeah, not gonna, or it sinks a bit, that sort of stuff. We don't want that. So, plan is, I'm gonna rip up this weed mat, dig out the side channel trench, just so that the base can sit in, and hopefully I can get a level out and see if we can get it nice and neat, and then we can work on the flooring from there. Seems as the instructions say to build the base first, I think that's going to be the best alternative to just plonking it on. So here's the update. We've got the weed mat off. I just want to show you the sort of soil that we're dealing with. It's sort of lovely and nice, and you can walk around on it. It's compacted a little bit, but it's still a bit soft and wet, which you'd expect when you've just had it under a weed mat. It's sort of soaking up, doing its thing. So I'm going to give you a closer look now for it. You can see that my footprints are just getting all nice and stuck in there. I'm not that heavy, but it's lovely and soft soil. We even got a couple of little worms digging around, which shows me that we're in a good state of soil management. It's a bit of a shame to sort of put a greenhouse over the top of it, but gotta do what you gotta do. So that's where we're at the moment. Gonna dig our little trenches between those and here, just so our lovely greenhouse can sit in there, and I'm gonna try and make that as level as I can. Not sure how, but we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, team. After one more round of thinking about it, decided that the way that I'm going to do the flooring is dig this out a little bit, put some pallets in, make sure that's level, and then work from there. Otherwise I'm going to be dancing around forever with this uneven ground, and it could be a bit nasty on your feet after a while. Or if we put a shelf on, it might sink. That's not the plan. So if we can distribute that load a bit better, maybe with pallets that I've got hanging around, then that will be a better solution out of it all. So what we're going to do is till it out and dig out as a fair chunk, so we can set our pallets on top, make sure they're level, fill that in with maybe some bark, and use that as our base to sit on the inside of the outside bit. It's a little bit more work, and I've only got today and tomorrow to work with it before it starts raining. So let's get into it. Let's get cracking. Let's do it. Do it. It seems as if by magic we have pallets here now. So the plan is to dig these a little bit down, have the top sticking out a little bit, and now I've got this one that's sort of too fat, so we're going to chop him in half. Well, take the center plank out, chop that, line that through the middle, and maybe have some little planks on the bottom one because it's a little bit dodgy, and there we will have our base for our greenhouse, hopefully. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer day than I thought, and it's going to extend out into tomorrow, but got to do right. Let's give it a shot. And here's the point where we'll have to leave today, where I start working into the night. We'll have to check in later for day 2 of the Moist Tasman's greenhouse build. So until next time, enjoy and start those little projects you've got at home.